Mike, turn your games down.
Harboot episode 340. Damn. Of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's sucking and blowing with me tonight?
It is I, the Link Kirby, Dominic, here to slash and slice and dice.
Hey folks, it's Kyle, and my favorite Kirby ability from this specific game is Rock and Ice, which is, as the Canuck of the group. Well, I highly doubt it. I know there's many other Canadians in the podcast. But as one of the Canucks of the group, that ability is the Kirby Curling Stone, which I thought was just the cutest, I think is still the cutest fucking thing. I didn't even really know that places outside of Canada even knew about curling as a sport, so I love that. Thank you, Japan, and thank you, Hal. Thank you for knowing about curling. I appreciate it.
I'm Alyssa, and I really liked the bow and arrow power up. I thought that was pretty cool. Like Kirby, would shoot the arrow from his body. That was pretty interesting.
It is. So we are here to talk about a Kirby game again. It's been a while since I said that on the show. Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards, developed by HAL Laboratory, published by Nintendo, came out in 2000.
Yeah, it's a late era game for the 64.
You can tell because the graphics look fantastic, especially for the console.
They do.
This was a cartridge-based console game in 2000, and man, for saying those words and what it should look like ugly graphics for the time, these graphics look so damn good. Really impressive stuff, beautiful colors, just, man, HAL Laboratories kicking ass as always.
Yeah, so I actually have talked about doing this. This game was supposed to be on the podcast back in 21 or so, 2021, and it just didn't happen. And it's one of those games that's been jumping around in my, it's been on drafts of the schedule, and finally I said, fuck it, I need a short game that I can beat quickly for a large game for next week, and here we are. My history with this game is I rented it at some point for N64 at Blockbuster, didn't finish it. I remember I kind of liked it, and then I just never played it again in my life. And this is a guy I've been in emulation since the early 2000s. I just never got around to this game until last week. So that's my history.
Nice.
Dominic.
This was always a game that I had heard of but never played. I, of course, quite liked Kirby Air Ride and Kirby's Epic Yarn and a bunch of the other games. But this one was always a weird kind of hole in my gaming history, I guess.
Right.
I had Yoshi's Story as a kid, that you kind of got to choose one.
I forgot about that game. I still have yet to ever play that.
It's weird. It's way weirder than this.
That's what I've heard. On my to-do list someday.
It's like a roguelite.
Okay. And Kyle.
Well, this is an interesting period of time for me because, quite frankly, a lot of the Nintendo 64 and a good majority of PlayStation, I actually remember almost all my memories for those consoles. I remember pretty much all my memories from Super Nintendo as well, but this was, I was getting a little older as a kid, and, this was pretty far into that specific console generation between the Nintendo 64, the PlayStation 1, and Sega Saturn, although by this time, 2000, Saturn was already a couple of years dead.
The Dreamcast was...
Yeah, Dreamcast was just getting going. But yeah, I do remember this period. I remember reading in, I think, Nintendo Power and a few other gaming magazines that I would read during my childhood, seeing previews for this, and I was like, oh, awesome, Kirby, 64, okay. And I was a little confused, though, because I actually remember quite early in the Nintendo 64 years reading in magazines about Kirby Air Ride and being extremely excited for that. I'm like, oh, this looks so cool, it's 3D Kirby, and it's full 3D. And then that never happened for the Nintendo 64, and I remember just being kind of eternally bummed. And then seeing this game, it's okay, it's not the Kirby game I kind of wanted, but okay, it's a Kirby game, and I'm excited for that. So, and here's another thing with this game. So I remember renting this game and being really into it. I really enjoyed it. I rented it multiple times. I'm pretty sure I even bought it at some point when I found it for cheap. When Nintendo 64 games were starting to get really, really cheap on the market a long time ago. Here's the thing. I feel weird with this part of the Kirby games because I had Kirby's Dreamland 2 for Game Boy. I remember that was one of the few Game Boy games I my family owned for the console. Game Boy we actually would buy a lot more of than like the home consoles because Game Boy games were a bit cheaper. And plus, we didn't know any rental stores in town that had Game Boy games until like way later in my life. Anyways, here's the thing. I completely missed out on Kirby's Dreamland 3 on Super Nintendo. Like, I completely missed that game because, like, it came out so late on the Super Nintendo's life, like, span, I think, in 1997? Like, oh my god. Like,
Yes.
yeah, by that period, like, I barely rented Super Nintendo as much anymore. Like, I still have the console, but, like, all the games I remember getting, like, I already rented before, and I'm like, okay, well, I want to go, rent Nintendo 64 now, because it's the new console. So, yeah, I just missed out on it. So I kind of missed out on some of the plot line of this of Kirby 64 because the Kirby's Dreamland 2, 3, and 64 are all kind of technically connected by a it's not a complex storyline, but it's kind of there though as the villain. The villain, Dark Matter, is in Kirby's Dreamland 2. That's his first appearance. He's in Kirby's Dreamland 3, where he's the final boss, and he's once again the final boss here as his final form.
Oh.
In this game. Yeah, so...
Did not know that.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to kind of diverge past my history, but yeah, I remember renting this game quite a few times, and even though it wasn't the Kirby game I think I wanted, it was still, it's still a damn good time, and I loved it, and I loved all the cool and crazy abilities you could make in this game. Like, that was so creative, and honestly, if we, have another mainline Kirby adventure platformer, I'd love to see that concept return. Like, make all sorts of weird, kooky abilities. Like, I want more Fridge Kirby, I want Ninja Blade Kirby, where you mix, not blade, I think it's the blade and the bomb, and you shoot little ninja stars that explode.
Yes, it is.
Wow, that's very violent for Kirby.
Good though. Good
yeah,
game.
yeah, like, I'd love to see another Kirby game like that style in a new Kirby game, just more kooky abilities. Yeah.
So what you meant to say, Kyle, is it's not the Kirby game you wanted, but it's the Kirby game that you needed?
Yes. Yeah, actually, no, that's even better. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. But
It's a reference to something else, but yes.
Well,
Yeah,
I think I know the reference you're going for, too. But yeah, that's my history with this game.
Okay.
I want to follow up on something you said on that, but I want to give Alyssa a chance first.
Oh, yeah. Well, I actually didn't play this game growing up. I didn't even know about it because we didn't have an N64 growing up. Like, I grew up with, like, the GameCube and the Sega Genesis because I was, like, 3 years old when this game came out. So my first Kirby game was the Kirby Dreamland on the Game Boy Advance.
Oh,
So
nice.
when I played,
Good stuff.
yeah, I know. So when I played this one, it was very interesting. It was very different from the Kirby Dreamland. So, like, I don't know. Honestly, I like the Dreamland better than this one, but it was still a good play.
This is a very unique Kirby game. Like, one of the things that we're going to be talking about, and Kyle already kind of brought up, is the whole, like, combine ability that never returned.
Yeah, it's also
as far as
rather
I'm aware.
slow for a Kirby game too. Like, I
What
feel
is-
like Kirby's all about kind of like jumping around and kind of exploring, and Kirby moves faster.
Yeah.
This is like a more like a trotting pace.
Yep.
I didn't think about that, but you're right. I've also never played the Super Nintendo one, any of them, and I've never played the GBA ones. They're like, I really played very little Kirby games in my life, unfortunately. I'm trying to remedy that at a very slow pace, but
I'm glad you are like actually doing that though, because yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in the Kirby games, and Alyssa brought it up with the Game Boy Advance games. But yeah, even those are also like really good Kirby games.
I've heard. I want to play them. I just haven't gotten around to putting them on a list.
So interestingly, the Dark Matter saga that we were just talking about, that's kind of the brainchild of the director of this game and the other ones, Dreamland 2, Dreamland 3, Shinichi Shimomura. So not Masahiro Sakurai, basically.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And the thing about Shimomura that's interesting is that he did these 3 games. He did some other work on the early Kirby games.
Mm-hmm.
Then he did, I think he co-directed Nightmare in Dreamland with Sakurai, and then just completely disappeared.
Oh,
How
he
like,
just
weird.
decided not to do this job anymore.
Like, he
Huh.
left HAL, and then no one knows whatever happened to him. Like, you look up his name, the first thing that comes up is like a Reddit thread of like, what happened to him?
Yeah, that's really weird.
That's interesting.
I guess sometimes people just like, yeah, I'm done with this field. Out, bye. So
Like, there's obviously theories that he died. There are theories that he's actually just Sakurai in disguise.
Oh man.
I mean, that
But-
was a thing in Japan where they use a lot of like other names, especially in the early gaming time. So
Mm,
But the wiki for like Kirby and stuff They had like a picture of him. It doesn't look like Sakurai.
It's probably just some guy who probably just retired, decided I'm done, and went into some other job that wasn't something that, you know, your name is going to show up in places.
I put the link in the chat.
All right.
Okay.
That makes me wonder too, because like the guy had some really good talent to him. I liked a lot of what he did with his games and what he did in video games.
But that was also like I believe like the hamster was kind of his brainchild too, and so like
Rick.
What's his name? Like Rick.
Yeah,
I like
Rick was around for a while, then Rick disappeared. Everyone was like, "Is it because this guy's no longer around? What's up with that?"
He did appear in Star Allies for Switch, which another banger Kirby game.
So many of them, and it's a series that I've only played Dreamland 1 and 2, and Air Ride is on this podcast, and now this.
Yeah. Kirby, it's a long time familiar franchise for me. Like I said, it kind of fell in that department of games where, like, growing up as a pre-transition, gender transition, growing up as a little girl, my mom was like, "Oh, this is cute. You'll like this," and that actually ended up working in my favor.
I mean, this game also, like, it looks 3D, but it's not 3D, and it works in its favor.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
I like it, though. I like the 2.5D a lot.
Yeah, I really liked those cool little dynamic camera angles in certain levels. That looked really neat. Like, you would think that, like, that could get annoying or, like, it would look bad, but, like, those angles actually look really good when they pop up, when they come in, and, like, it does look very dynamic. I love it.
Same. I was impressed replaying this game. I don't do a lot of 64 games on this podcast, obviously. But I try sometimes. It's just not my favorite system.
No, I get it.
It's a hard system to go back to. It's a weird generation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know a lot of people really dunk on it, especially now when, like, for some people they can't go back, but I don't know. Like, I still have a love for the Nintendo 64. I think there's a lot of games worth championing, and I don't think that's an actual word, my apologies. But,
hey, we make up words on this podcast all the time. I do. I don't feel bad.
True.
Oh, don't ever feel bad about making up words on this podcast.
I think there's a lot of games still worth going back for. Like, I think there are games that are interesting and are legitimately fun and have so much charm and cuteness and charisma to them. And this is one of those games. Yeah, like
Mega Man Legends is another good one.
Oh yeah, of course.
Or Mega Man 64, as they had it.
Always bring that up.
PlayStation and Nintendo 64. But yeah, there's such little unique things about this game that I really appreciated as a Kirby fan, a lifelong Kirby fan, and just in general as like a gamer. And yeah, like I really appreciate this game and I really like it.
It's way better than I expected. Like, 'cause now that I know a little about Kirby, like when I'm playing through this and, it has a lot of basic abilities, your fighter, your bomb, your cutter. But the fact that, like, you can combine them, you get some really interesting abilities, which is the whole gimmick of this game.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, like, to go back, like, when your favorite one you'd mentioned earlier, the one that stuck for me for a long time was the bomb, and I think Bomb and Bomb made the homing missiles.
Right, okay.
And I really enjoyed those for a while. But then I became very much like I just kind of would stick with whatever that was in the level and just find something that worked. I mean, there were times when I get rid of power-ups, and I play Kirby just suck and blow stars, and that's just how I play Kirby for some reason.
No, of course I get
it's fun to experiment with, like, all the different types. It only gets a little annoying when you have to get specific shards with specific ones.
That internet was very helpful for that.
Yes.
Oh, totally. So
it doesn't tell you otherwise.
No.
This is also, I didn't realize this until right now. Reading this online, like I didn't realize it because I know I've heard Kirby make sounds before, but this is officially the first game with the quote-unquote official Kirby voice actor, Makiko Omoto, the current Kirby voice. So Makiko Omoto has been with Kirby since 2000. So, man, that's 20-something years. That's 20-something years of Puyo Kirby.
That's cool. I mean, some people do stay with stuff for a long time, so I give them props. I know. I think I'm a Mario guy. I still don't understand why he was changed. But
but honestly, I actually really like the voice for Kirby with that Makiko provides. I think she has a really good balance of, like, not just, like, she has a good balance of, like, a high pitch, but not, like, screamingly high pitched or like annoyingly high pitched. And I think that she doesn't do, like, overly baby, like, the sounds she makes aren't, like, overly babyfied. Like, she has, like, this really nice balance of, like, in this in-between of like these sort of different type of vocal fries. And it really works for Kirby. It's genuinely cute without like being annoying. Like it's like it's a perfect mix of cuteness.
That's fair. So, Alyssa, did you get a chance to get all the crystal shards?
I did not get all of them.
Oh,
I didn't on this playthrough. I kind of speed ran for the podcast, but I have done it in the past, but only once. I've beaten this game. Give me a sec. 3 times. Sorry, I was going to say 4 times, but then I'm like, no, wait, it wasn't 4 times. It was 3 times.
that's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, anyone else experience what I did the first time I beat the boss, technically, in that somehow my game glitched out and Kirby was invincible.
Oh, no. That's weird.
But that also meant that I couldn't progress once the boss was beaten.
Oh, no. That's never happened to me before.
Because it didn't recognize it, or
Yeah, it seemed like Kirby was technically maybe dead or something, but I was still doing stuff. I wasn't getting hurt, but I also wasn't like able to do anything once it was beaten.
That is very bizarre.
I was like, oh, I'm excited because I don't have to like learn the moves. I don't have to learn the patterns. And then it's like, oh yeah, actually I do.
yeah, because you can't play the game otherwise.
And then I had to learn them again when I had to go back for the real ending. Yay.
That Kirby games always like to throw that in your face, though.
Yeah,
I
true.
beat Kirby's Adventure. That does something like that. I need to replay that for the podcast.
Epic Yarn doesn't really do anything like that. Though that's kind of a spin-off weird version of Kirby.
That's the Wii one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that even playable now?
Well, it was also the last 3DS game that Nintendo published.
Wait, what game?
Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn.
Yeah, that game's playable. If you have a way to,
I meant without the remote, the Wiimote is, I think, how I should have ordered that.
Oh yeah, that game's extremely playable without the Wiimote. On the 3DS version, like it just plays like a normal game. Like you move with the D-pad or the control stick, and you use the buttons to do your things. To jump.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike. I'm sure the 3DS version will probably be available.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's already. I can almost guarantee you, it's already on a hard drive.
Well, I actually have it kind of twice because I do actually have a legal copy. In fact, I don't mean to get kind of emotional, but a close friend of mine actually got me that game for my birthday. It was a year after I had moved out on my own as an adult, and things kind of weren't going the greatest. I mean, they were fine, but it was just kind of like I felt kind of down and dumpy because I just didn't have anything planned, and I felt alone. And yeah, she got me the game for my birthday, and I love my friend. She's a great friend, and I love her. And yeah, she got me the game for my birthday, and that was really fucking sweet of her. Yeah, I know.
Aww.
Really fucking sweet of her.
No, it's okay. I'll have to check that out because Wii is one of those systems I don't mess with much. But I wonder why they never brought back the combined power up in this game. Like, it's a nice feature.
It's really cute. Like, I think if they'd make like a new Switch 2 Kirby game that's like this, but like even more like fucking kooky crazy abilities, like combine abilities, I think that would be like awesome. Like that'd be amazing.
What if Air Ride 2 Air Riders has this?
Ooh, okay.
We're getting that.
Yeah, I know. That's actually one of the few other like Switch 2 games I'm actually excited to play. Like that, the new Donkey Kong and the new Mario Kart. I'm like, oh yeah, there are actually games on Switch 2 that I want to play that look really damn good.
Yeah,
Mike, you're so good at predicting things, You put it on the show and oops, there it is.
Yeah.
I am a little bit. I mean, Joe makes that joke on here quite often that like I can predict the future because I have before.
No, of course.
So did anybody else go through a phase in this game where they just stopped using power-ups and just started like playing the game like sucking and blowing everybody up? Or that's just me?
I've used it on a few levels where I was just like, this ability isn't really like I'm not like it's a little too slow for me, and like I've had that with like a few levels, but like most of the time though I'll try to stick with like a really good ability and just keep it with me for as long as I can.
I do that too. I'll find one that I like, and then I'll just kind of stick with that one for a while.
Yeah. I'll try to go for the certain ones that I liked more. And I didn't even know you could really combine them until a few levels in. It's like, okay.
Does the game tell you?
I think it does. I think it does it. If you click no, I don't know how the Kirby's abilities work, because that gives you that option at the very beginning of the game. Once you start it, and then the opening cutscene happens, it gives you a little disclaimer saying like, "Oh, do you know how Kirby's abilities work?" And you either say yes or no. And if you click no, that shows you a little tutorial.
Okay.
But still, there's always a difference
that.
between the game telling you and you actually doing it.
Right.
That is a fair statement.
If you watch the tutorial, you already know. So it's like, okay, now I'll do that then.
The tutorial can tell me whatever it wants. Usually I'll pay attention, but every once in a while I might get half of it. I might, get some of it, and then it's like, oh, that's what it was trying to tell me. Got it. All right.
Now you sound like me. Because I didn't watch the tutorial because I actually still remembered after all these years how this game played. It was in my head. I was like, oh yeah, I just do this. And which kind of surprised me because anyone who knows me, I forget a lot of shit in games, and I knew.
Look, I just went through Piano 3, and I swear to God, at the beginning of that game, you could not hold down the A button to shoot. You had to spam it. Somewhere along the way, by the end of the game, you were able to just hold it down. And I did not know that until the very end of the game. My thumb was just twitching for days. Come on.
Hey, I played Star Wars Bounty Hunter like that. I didn't know you could tap the button. I just held it down. Man, he shoots slow. This game is hard. And I realized, oh yeah, you're supposed to tap it, you idiot. That was years ago. Look, check out that episode. But so hey, it happens with games sometimes. We just, make odd decisions and don't realize it happens.
Sometimes you just play it a weird way, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's how you play it. And then you do your best to make up for the lost time.
So does anybody actually like the rock move in any Kirby game? Because I hate the fucking rock every Kirby game. Okay.
Just turning into the rock, or what do you hate about it?
I don't like it. I think I don't like being a rock. It's too slow.
No, I get it. I get it.
I don't mind the slowness.
I don't know. The only time I've ever liked the rock was in Smash Brothers. It was down in B.
Yeah.
It was. Compatibility.
I'm not a big fan of Bomb Kirby, unless you get the Arrow version.
The way you aim with Bomb Kirby can be a little and it takes a while, and it's like, all right, come on, let's go.
Oh, that was... I tried it. I was like, this is not working for me. I do not like this.
Yep.
So I didn't stick with it for long.
Mm-hmm.
No, it just didn't feel right for me with the bomb stuff. I don't know, there was something about it that just felt icky.
Mm-hmm.
I like his hat, though. It's a very good hat.
That is a very cute hat. It makes me think of those super extremely old-fashioned, old-timey cartoons and stuff where you see a man going to bed and he's in a pajama top, he's in it's not it's like a nightgown but for men, I guess. And,
the striped pajamas with the cap.
But he's not wearing pants, he's just wearing a pajama dress top, but it's not a feminine pajama dress. And then, he's wearing a nightcap, and it's that makes me think about that. It's like Kirby's going to bed or something.
Kirby's tired. He's had a rough day.
I mean, Kirby does have the sleep ability if he swallows those stupid sleep enemies in certain games.
He does. Not in this game, unfortunately.
And I will say, for as much as that ability annoys me, it's fucking adorable seeing Kirby just fall asleep and he's making his little sleep noises. And it's that's so cute.
And Aaron also while he's driving.
Too.
Oh no, that's very dangerous. I'll sleep when he's driving. Oh no.
I forgot this game has a lot of little minecart levels too in this.
Yeah.
That surprised me a little bit.
The second level in the very first world, there's the part when the Waddle Dee friend gets on the top of that wood log, that little gondola wood log thing, and starts running on it for you, and you sit on the little flat part.
I like it that Waddle Dee is here, and is this the first game where King Dedede is your friend and not your enemy?
I think so. Yeah,
I think
this.
So, yeah.
This
I definitely play it too.
You also have a Waddle Dee friend. I think this is also the first of Waddle Dee being your buddy. And I love that. That's so cute. Kirby has little friends, and that makes me so happy.
They were
not something you see often.
Yeah.
Because the anime, I think, canonically came a few years after this.
Anime? What anime? Oh, Kirby right back at you?
Yeah.
That was out in, I think, 2002, 2003.
I have never watched that. I know we talked about it back when we did that racing game, but I'm pretty sure we did. I'm not going to go find out.
Probably.
But, okay. Yeah, I never watched that anime. I've never watched that show, and I probably
2001 it premiered.
Right, 2001. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I was off by a year. I've seen the English dub of it, and it's okay. I used to watch it as a kid. I didn't like the English dub, but I watched it because it's Kirby. I'll watch anything Kirby. And then I've actually seen a couple episodes of the Japanese version. In fact, so here's a funny thing. The Japanese version of the Kirby anime, actually came out on Blu-ray about 2 years ago. The entire series. And something that I did was I obtained the Blu-ray. I obtained it, and I actually scanned through a couple episodes and grabbed screenshots of like Kirby doing stuff in HD, and it's like my favorite screenshot that I have was from a way later episode where Kirby's Kirby's eating a bunch of bags of chips, and like he's holding the bag of chips and he's pouring it into his mouth, and I'm like, that's literally me.
I still remember the Kirby theme song for the American version, at least.
Yeah, I remember that like fucking Las Vegas show tune song.
It's so good.
Yeah, I love that for like all the potential like theme songs they could think of for that. Like, you know what kids like? Las Vegas show tune.
4 kids just did their shit.
Fucking, like, really? Like, fucking, do you think kids would be able to go to Las Vegas in the first place? Nonetheless, like, know what show tunes are?
Some of them might, you don't know.
I mean, back in the day, you know, you never know.
Oh, totally.
We were only, 30 years removed from Elvis in Vegas?
True. And, like, Sinatra and all those other fucking musical acts and shit.
Then you also have the painter that joins you too in this game.
Yeah,
I want to say that's a new character for this game.
No, she was in Kirby's Dreamland 3. I
should really play that someday.
Yeah, I think you should. I think that's
on the podcast.
Yeah, another.
I'm gonna play it. So.
Yeah, you should. I think you should play it and put it on the podcast. I always forget her name though. Emily or Ari Molly?
I didn't know she had a name.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah,
she actually has a name, but it's just I always forget it. Give me a second. Hold on.
You did play Dreamland 1 and 2 years ago.
I did, but and Kirby's Adventure I played, which is not on the podcast because I played it before the podcast, but I need to put it on here.
Oh god, that thing terrifies me. Give me a second. Yeah, it's like Emily or something like that. I love her. She's a cute character.
Okay, I thought this was always her first appearance. This was her first appearance for me. So but that's cool to find out. She has more.
I just think she's a weirdo. Just painting things. She makes you figure out how to make a pizza out of blocks.
Okay, her name. Okay, I found her name. It's Adeline. It's Adeline. Adeline.
And Dominic, that part is random.
I know.
Okay.
I like when you first fight Adeline. I love when you first fight Adeline as a boss, but she got possessed by the creepy dark matter. And one of the things she draws is censored, like it's all blurred out. I'm like, what the fuck? This is a kid's game.
The boobies here, and
Yeah, it's just like this is a kid's video game. What are you doing?
Yeah, so what?
It's Nintendo for you. Nintendo does weird stuff.
I also say,
they gotta sneak that in somewhere.
Yeah. I also say that, like, oh, this is a kid's game, but like, man, this game is like fucking terrifying in the end. Holy shit! Like,
well, the Kirby games, they fuck with you at the end of all Kirby games. They're like, oh, you want to get your ass beat, huh? Oh, we got the game for you. Not
only that, like, they get like hard and they, the whole ass beat thing, but like, it's also just like. No, some of them get like really fucking creepy. Like, especially the games with dark matter. Like, the bad ending of Kirby's Dreamland 3, where you didn't fight dark matter. There's like this really creepy thing that happens during the credit scroll, where like it's happy, everything's cheerful, but then like there's like this question mark after the cast roll, and then like it's like question mark like and then like the camera pans up, and it's a black ball in this blue sky. And it's like, what the fuck? And then like this like red eye opens up with its black eyeball. Like it's a red eye. It's the iris. I guess what do you call the eyeball of that? Like it's red, but it has like this black dot and it looks directly at you. And I'm like, holy shit, that is fucked up. Oh.
So it's Sauron.
Yeah, actually.
Way to put it, unfortunately. I did not realize the dark matter was part of a 3-game trilogy. So now
and then like the actual final boss of this game, like if you get the true ending, like that final boss is also like really fucking terrifying too. It's like I just want like a cute game with cute Kirby being cute with his friends.
But Kirby doesn't do that.
That's good enough.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck, Nintendo? Do I have to do all this like nightmare fuel shit?
Well, the world is a dark, cruel place. I'd rather Kirby be realistic.
True.
I'd rather shoot a boss in the ass multiple times.
I did not like that final boss fight where the game becomes a shoot 'em up. Did not like that fight at all. But I've learned that Kirby games are gonna fuck me in the final fight, so I just know like it ain't gonna be fun.
It's very hard.
But how will they fuck you in Pinball Land is the question.
Yeah.
Never played Pinball Land for the Kirby game, Pinball.
Kirby Pinball Land, yes. So many games.
I know, like that too, but Kirby's just one of those series that I like it, but I didn't really play enough of it, and I'm trying to go back and play some more. But one thing I gotta say about this game, like we were talking about the graphics earlier, I want to say it also looks a lot like the Smash Brothers Kirby too, and it kind of has that same, like, it's nice to see that, like, when it comes to Nintendo and 64, a lot of it was Smash Brothers for me, so that's kind of like, a lot of times my point, like, oh, it's nice to see if this character got a game, the Samus game we got, right? So mad that we never got a Samus game, a Metroid game for 64.
Oh, yeah.
Feels like a letdown.
That also never happened. That sucks. Also, sorry, speaking of like creepy fucking things in Kirby games, I noticed this thing that happens where there's a sound test for the game where you can, listen to the music, and I love that for all, like, pretty much most of the songs in the game. If you play like a kind of a more happy-ish song, Kirby is like listening with his headphones and he's smiling and stuff, and it's super cute. And if you play like the boss fight music, he looks like kind of intense. Like he's like, oh, like he's ready to fight. There's this one song, and I don't think it's actually, it is in the game, but it's like in this extremely random part. It's this really creepy song, and like, it doesn't have a name. It's in the game. It's in the Ice Planet world. It's like in this one segment of like the frozen over factory, and it's this really creepy song, and like, if you play it in the sound test menu, Kirby gets, like, really scared. Like, he looks really scared. I'm like, okay, Nintendo, once again, what the fuck? Stop being scary. Jesus. Like, ugh.
Hey, they also found a way to work the animals into this game in the one ability that I only used it to get. You have to use it to get one of the stupid crystal shards that I don't know how people are supposed to figure that out. Where you can use Rick to climb the walls, but you have to get the rock and the boomerang, and you're able to.
Oh, that one was so difficult to get down.
Yeah, that was.
It wasn't fun.
Struggle.
Like, it was one of those things where I tried it several times, and all of a sudden it just worked.
Yeah.
I mean, not to mention, I didn't understand the concept of how you even picked which animal you had. Like, I'd press different buttons, and it didn't seem like there was really a way that it. Like, I don't understand the math that it was following, and I didn't.
The guide comes to the rescue.
What was there supposed to be like a certain button you're supposed to press, like in a direction? I had a guide, but it didn't tell me like hold down and press it when you do it. It didn't say anything. It just said change the rig, and I'm like, well, how?
I think it was just kind of like there was a certain set of them. You just had to keep trying.
But I would get duplicates often in a row, so I was just wondering what the math was to it. Because sometimes I don't know if there was much math, but that's just how I am with video games, especially because I have the ability to save state, so I'm constantly checking ideas and theories of how things might work. It's just how I play a lot of games with save states, because I can test said theories. I can do things over and over again to see how the game works. I mean, I beat the game one time, then I went through and got all the crystal shards I was missing. So, I mean, like with every Kirby game, I always feel like I play them twice, because I don't go for collectibles the first time through. I just play it and try to beat it. That's always my Kirby way.
Mm-hmm.
So, this game would have been broken into 6 different worlds that each have like 5, 4, 6 levels varying, but it definitely feels good.
I like Nintendo games when they're not doing the stock standard 3 hits per boss, 8 worlds, 4 levels per world.
Agreed.
Like, that's like one of my complaints about Wind Waker is that like each boss dies in like the 3 major attack patterns. Or maybe that's Twilight Princess, now that I think about it.
That might be Twilight Princess. I can't remember.
At some point they make that switch, and I'm like, why? Maybe Twilight Princess.
I played it in so long, unfortunately. I can't say.
I barely played Twilight Princess.
I've beaten it twice, but I haven't done it on this podcast yet. I want to, it's long.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the longer games.
For Mario, they kind of do that too, obviously. But there's something I like about a boss you don't know how long it takes to, to beat it. I think this final boss does a good job of that.
This final boss I barely beat with save states, because I'm like, what the fuck? Like I had to look up a guide. I'm like, why isn't he dead yet? What am I doing wrong? And I was wrong. It just takes forever. It was a fight that never ends. But that's kind of how Kirby's Adventure for NES kind of does something like that too, where I think you fight the Dark Star. You fight something that's not nice at the end of the game. I remember being very upset when I found out. So Kirby games.
Yeah, of course.
The bosses I thought were pretty good in this game. Like, you have a lot of boss fights, and then, like, of course, in the Kirby way, you can always fight boss fights by using by either using ability you bring into the fight or using abilities that you might have gotten earlier in the stage. Like, I know you fight a giant shark at one point. Can't remember any other bosses that are standing out to me. Well, I'm watching a YouTube video, and that's why I remember the shark, because he just killed it.
That shark.
What were you saying about the shark, quietly?
I'm just saying, fuck that shark.
Oh, okay.
I agree.
Say something else. So, yeah, that shark pissed me off. But he killed me, actually, with save states. He just kind of fucked me up. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm cheating here, and you're still beating me? Like, what the hell? But, it's always nice to play some of the 64 games that I just kind of missed over time. And this is one of those games that had something that I've always wanted to sit down and run through at least once.
Honestly, if you want like recommendations, especially for like future episodes of N64 games, I'd love to throw you some references.
Then I have to play them.
Yeah, I know.
There are only 52 weeks in a year, plus all the minis you can do.
Plus, like, I am happy, and I'm surprised too with like what you said about the N64 that you still played like Mystical Ninja Star and Goemon. But I'm so happy that you did, and I'm so happy
I am too.
On that episode. Yeah,
that was a good. I think about the other one every so often, but it didn't happen yet.
That game is so good and is so cute. Like, just oh man, another good N64 banger.
I do feel like the crystal shards here are pretty well hidden for some of them. Like I would not have figured out like what some of the combos they want you to use. Like this just doesn't make sense to me.
Like they are color coded to a degree, but even that.
It's not obvious color coding. I want to say that. Like I did not pick up on the color coding or anything that like I could tell. Oh, this is this. Like it wasn't for the guide. I would have had no idea. And you have to do combinations. You have to get most of the time they're in the same level, but not always. There's a few where you need to go to other levels, get this power, and not die to bring it to wherever the hell it is.
You just figure out which levels you're going to farm in, and then get it quit out. Like there was the one with the mine carts in the caves where I had to just go back and get the power up so many times.
And I didn't realize right away you could quit out of a level and keep your power-ups and not play through the entire level over again. It took a little bit before I figured that one out. I was like,
I forgot about that. I don't know if I encountered that on my recent playthrough. I think I did it like once, but then I forgot about it. Man, that's so weird. I love that.
Bad thing.
I don't know. I love that that's a thing that can exist. Like, I love that exists. That's awesome. Like, I think that's a really good idea.
Me too. I mean, I didn't expect this game to have it because of the era of this game.
It's a surprisingly nice thing for them to do.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yes, which I don't always count on games from this era to be nice.
Yeah.
It's just not the friendliest era of video games. I mean, I really do consider the 360 era when gaming starts to be like, okay, we're going to make it so you can finish this game if you want to, like with persistent. Like, we're not going to make it super hard. I mean, yes, there's Dark Souls, there's other things, but like games themselves aren't. They have stuff built in that makes it easier, in my opinion. Alyssa, did you have like a favorite enemy that you liked or anything like that stood out to you?
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of lame. I don't know. I liked when I like the tree, like the wispy tree. When I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, because like all I know is when it's in the corner, and like just the typical everyone knows that enemy, but it was standing by itself, and then it had the cute little trees like around it trying to attack you. I thought that was fun. Like, I don't know. It was fun seeing it in a different way than what I'm used to seeing it as.
No, it was adorable. I do like the little trees.
Great.
Yeah.
They are very cute.
There's something very different that you don't normally see, so.
Right, exactly. Like, you're used to that just being at the right corner of the screen and, and then its little sad face when it dies. It's a little squiggle in its mouth.
Yeah, and a little teardrop, which I'm like, I don't want to make it cry. God, no, that's mean.
The enemy that I hated the most for some random reason, I did not like those blue jellies that drop on you in one of the cave levels. Those really irritated me. I don't know why.
Those are awful.
Yeah,
okay, good. It wasn't
annoying.
Just me.
Oh, God.
They bothered me a lot.
That's the great example of I'm trying not to lose this power up. Do not.
Yeah. Also, something I wanted to comment on. Alyssa brought up the Wispy Woods is I don't know if this is technically a trope, but it's a recurring thing I've seen in like so many different like anime and like manga and like Japanese video games. But I love when like after and in a lot of different like comedy and cutesy ways. But I love that, and a lot of the times you defeat Wispy Woods in various Kirby games, and some of the versions of defeating Wispy Woods, he'll have like a Band-Aid on him. Like, I don't know, like a Band-Aid. Yeah. Like, I just love that like weird, like recurring gag or trope or whatever. I've seen that in, like all those different things where it's just like, oh no, like he has an injury, just put a Band-Aid on him. Like, but Band-Aids are only for like cuts. Whatever, just put a Band-Aid on him. Like, what if he broke a bone? What if you like broke a bone? Put a band-aid on them. Just put a band-aid. Like, yes, bandages are the heal-all thing for all
For all video games.
I don't know. I'm sorry. That's so cute. Just put a band-aid on.
And speaking of cute things, another thing I want to bring up is whenever you beat a level, that whole little like scene where you have the picnic basket and all his friends are eating.
On the weird jumping game.
Yeah, it took me a while to understand how it worked, but when he misses, he starts to cry. He's so upset. He's like, I'm hungry.
Why can't he just have it anyway? Fuck you, game. I don't want to deny Kirby food because I fucking suck at this little mini game.
Well, as soon as the camera cuts away, he's just gonna suck everything up.
Yeah, I hope so. Because, like, what the fuck? He should be able to eat too. Like, fuck you guys.
Does anybody know what the little cards did that he gets with a question mark on? I never understood those.
I think that like unlocks a secret thing. I have like done the full thing, but like I don't remember what those do. Fuck. Shit.
It's okay. I didn't look it up. I was just honestly I forgot about it until I was watching this playthrough. And
they
I think
like,
it gives you information about the enemies.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Cool. But yeah, they have like the little meat. I think that's a full, that's not a full heal. I think that's just a one block of health refill. They have the tomato,
the meat's
which
just
is
one.
And the tomato is the full refill. They have the red star, which gives you a couple of notches on the meter down below your health bar. There's a yellow star, and
it just gives you meter too.
Yeah. But I know that like that minigame took me a little while to figure out too, especially on my first ever time. Like I couldn't get the timing. Like especially the way Kirby like looks at stuff. Like so like when he swings his arm up and down, I'm like, so is up like further away or not? And like no, like further away is down. And it's like what the fuck? And then you have to like do the other like arm swinging. It's like oh that's like pushing himself or like
the first is basing where he's at, like what direction he's gonna go, and then he does the arm thing.
Yeah, the arm swing. Yeah, okay.
And the arms are based on how far he goes once you chose your direction to go.
Yeah. It's a really hard
golf.
Yeah, it's a surprisingly like little difficult like mini game, especially for how common it is. Like it's really weird.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Games. There's the racing mini game, the food mini game, like the.
I love
what are you talking about?
There's a little mini game section.
Yeah, the multiplayer mini games. I honestly had a lot of fun, especially as a kid, with the paint mini game where everyone has a paintbrush and then like you shoot at each other and like you make the platforms disappear. That's like surprisingly really fun. Like
I did not see any of these. I didn't.
Yeah, it's at the title screen. It's the multiplayer section. Yeah.
Alyssa, did you know about this?
No.
Okay, good. I'm not alone.
Oh no! Oh.
Well, now I'm going to have to go back on there and look.
This game's uninstalled. I ain't coming back. So.
Oh man.
You can complete those mini games by yourself really quickly.
Yeah. You don't need to have like actual other 2-player. You can play by yourself. Like that's how I played them.
I didn't click on it because I figured you needed more than one person.
No. You can play with like computer players. Like that's how I did it as a kid because I never.
Remember when games let you do that?
Yeah, because I never fucking friends.
I do appreciate, like, we're talking a little bit that King Dedede is playable in this, where you ride his back and can smash things with his hammer. I really did enjoy those in this game a lot.
Same, I loved that.
They were very fun for me. I like King Dedede a lot too, so I appreciated him being here.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been one of those characters that I've enjoyed for some reason.
I do want to say too, this is part of that weird era of Nintendo because the 64 was such a huge transition, but also because the 64 DD, the disc drive, there were so many games planned for it and so many projects that came and went because that thing failed.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the many, many games that was originally for the DD and then wasn't on the DD anymore and then became a regular 64 game.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I never that just never came out over here. So, like that never came out past Japan. Like I wanted to see what it was about and like what games there were for it.
It sometimes feels like half of the generation didn't get released. Like just half of the games you expect just never came out because of trying to make that thing work and have it come out at a time when the 64 had sold enough because the 64 did not sell well.
Yeah. Especially when like half the games I was like really looking forward to on N64 were going to be for that thing. Like I remember being fucking super hyped for Earthbound 64 and just like, oh man, like fucking 3D Earthbound, and that just never happened. And like,
So weird how so much stuff just never,
I know.
they advertise it, they go, nah, we changed our mind. Like,
Yeah.
don't advertise it then if you're gonna.
It's harder to get away with
withhold it.
now.
Yeah, like it came out like in
Yeah.
Japan, but that's it. Like I don't fucking live in Japan. I get to miss out on all this neat stuff. Like, damn it.
Well, no one bought the DD anyway, so I don't think you're missing very much.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a
true.
cool little novelty at this point.
Mm,
Didn't even realize it actually came out anywhere.
yeah. Oh, it did. Yeah.
If it had come out years ago when they were, promoting it, I think it would have done better. But December '99 was not the time.
Yeah. Apparently.
Oh, one of the power-ups that I really hated was when you get the two boomerangs put together and he throws half his body. I hated that ability.
That thing is
Because it looked
slow.
weird.
It's just,
I like the way it
weird,
looked. I didn't like the way
Yeah,
it felt.
It looks weird, but it's also slow. Like just woo, 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 woo. Like
Oh, and one of the bosses is a big lava boss, which I forgot about.
Yep.
I mean, literally, he's just a lava cone, and he shoots tentacles at you, I guess. I'm watching it. Oh, I forgot about the flame sword. There's a flame sword, and there's like an electric
Yep.
swallow. I guess the right name
Yep.
for those.
I believe so. Yes.
I mean, the only reason I know that is thank you, Chrono Cross.
Yeah.
So I know that weapon. But I really did like that swallow, and it's only because Chrono Cross. It was an okay weapon, but because I like Chrono Cross a lot, I'm just happy that I have a swallow.
Yeah. Same year, Kirby 64 and Chrono Cross 2000.
Oh, didn't realize it was the same year.
Yep.
That's cool.
1999 and 2000 had some really cool, and just unique games. I know, a lot of people really go hard for 1998, and, honestly, rightfully so, because there were some, extremely fucking important and good games in that year, but, 99 and 2000, honestly, really underrated years for games. There's some really cool, there were some really, really cool games in those 2 years.
2001 also was a huge year.
Oh, 2001 was that. Well, yeah, that's one that isn't underrated because, a lot of important shit happened in that year for video games, especially since that was launch year for the new generation of consoles.
Oh, reminds me, I need to record another year in gaming.
Ooh.
I have to record 2 of them still this year, but I'm running near the end of one of them. I have to record, so
Mhm.
to have them come out every
2001.
come out every third. No, not 2. I do 30, 20, and 10 back.
I know.
Right,
I
okay.
know.
I'll get there eventually, or when one of the years I already did 2007, so I'll have to pick something random. But yeah,
All right. Yeah.
we're not there yet. Right, and then there's a level where you ride a raft. I mean, there's a few times you ride with Waddle Dee. Those are always kind of fun. They break up the pace well. I'm trying to think anything else I really want to say about this game. I'm trying.
Of course.
I do like the
Yeah,
electric power up. I use that a few times. There's one you
Yep.
can do a Thunderbolt, which reminded me of Pikachu and Smash Brothers again.
Yeah.
There's some really interesting stuff the game does. Like we talked about the curling ball. There's a lot of interesting power ups. It just annoyed me how you have to use them to get some of the crystal shards, but that's I didn't like when they're not in the same level. I'm like, this is mean.
I would say of the Kirby games I played, this is probably my least favorite, just because of how slow it is. And while the combinations are interesting, I don't know, it feels kind of hamstrung in a way.
I don't know. I actually kind of like that slower pace. I get it. I get where you're coming from. I really do, but I don't know. It didn't really bother me.
There is a game there, but it part of it feels I don't know, there's just enough of an excuse sometimes to get through everything.
Mhm.
It doesn't feel as loved for, or attention was paid to it maybe as other things.
Not a lot of this is not a Kirby game I think a lot of people talk about either. Well, because I think it's a 64. I mean, 64 is an amazing game that people tend to just hook onto the the flag bearers for 64.
Mario, Zelda.
Yeah.
GoldenEye.
Yep. Perfect Dark.
Yeah, there's a certain one when you think of 64, Smash Brothers, you just games that you just these are the games, and this one
totally.
flew under the radar completely.
Yeah. I remember. I also have. I'm not going to talk about it because this isn't that time. But you said Smash Brothers, and I have extremely fond memories of N64 Smash Brothers. I remember where exactly I was when that game came out and when I got it.
I don't, but great game.
Yep.
No, I just one of those. And plus, I think Kirby really gets his renaissance later on in the Game Boy Advance and the DS and the 3DS. This is before Kirby gets real famous as a character.
Smash Brothers really made that, I think.
That too, yeah. Yeah, Smash Brothers really made him stand out because.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But later on, when you get all the good, you guys talked a little bit earlier about the Game Boy Advance one. Is it Nightmare in Dreamland, right?
Yeah. That's a remake of Kirby's Adventure. That's a remake of Kirby's Adventure for the NES. And then there's Kirby's Mirror something. That's an original game.
Okay. I've never played any of them, unfortunately. I've been meaning to, actually, for like, a decade, but
They're both really good.
one day. One day.
Yeah. I don't know. I think where I stand with this game, I actually really love it, even with like the more kind of like slower paceness of it. But like, I don't know. Like, I think it's really creative for a Kirby game. I think the graphics and music are fantastic. This game has some of my favorite Kirby tracks like ever. I especially am very fond of the standard boss fight music. I really like that song. I really love the combination and abilities, even if like some of them are just a little too slow or just kind of daunting. They're not as practical as they should be. I still love that they exist, and I love that Hal really took that creative approach with that whole thing of like all these like custom abilities. I love that. I think that's such a brilliant idea. I think it's so cool to like make your own ability. Like, I love when video games do that, even if like some of the abilities aren't that great. I still love when video games do that.
Well, they give you the choice.
Yeah, exactly. You. Like the choice, and I seriously love that so much. I really love this game. I think it's an interesting little send off to the little mini. Well, not really a mini trilogy, but like the kind of little odd trilogy of Kirby's Dreamland 2 and 3 and 64. I think it's an end of a unique little trilogy for the series.
Right, and I have one random thing to bring up before we go to questions, comments, and memories, and there's a reason. What did you guys think of the dynamite ability? Did you like it? Did you use it? I thought it was awful.
Oh, I used it. I didn't like it at first, but then after a while, I was like, I can get used to this, and I used it quite a bit.
Okay. I didn't understand the trick of it, and there was too much to it where it just like murdered me with the enemies. I'm like, I don't like this.
I thought it was okay.
That was my issue with it, but there's a trick to it, which I will be talking about shortly. Any last comments before we go to questions, comments, and memory?
To that question, Mike, I'm just gonna say, I think, I know I said my favorite ability at the beginning of the show, but one that I actually stuck by with quite a few times was the, I believe it's, Blade and Bomb, the little ninjas, the exploding ninja stars.
Those are cool too.
I usually stuck with that, and it was pretty good game changer for me.
Okay.
I do want to say, like, this is not my favorite Kirby game, but, as far as Kirby goes, there are so many different Kirby games out there and so many different types of things that happen. Like, this is the one for me, but there are going to be, like, 5 others I like instead. So.
Oh, hell yeah. That's kind of the beauty of Kirby, because, like, there's the mainline Kirby games, and honestly, like, all of them are really, really fucking good. Even the ones that, like, aren't as good are still really good. And, like, then there's the Kirby spinoffs, and, like, honestly, like, man, all those Kirby spinoffs like kick ass. Like, even the weird ones that may not like play as well are still like really fun for what they are.
Like, if you're talking about the Amazing Mirror, like that's a Metroidvania, and that's like a way different idea.
That is the mainline Kirby game, Amazing Mirror. Thank you. Sorry, I couldn't remember it was like Mirror something. Amazing.
You got
Mirror.
my attention.
Amazing Mirror for the game. Amazing Mirror for the Game Boy Advance. That's the second Game Boy Advance Kirby game.
Yeah.
Wow, you really got my attention. Okay, I know that game. I have never played it, but no one had mentioned it was a Metroidvania. Now you have my attention. First, you had my curiosity.
Okay.
So, all right. I guess we might be hearing from that game. Maybe not this year, but it'll be here. It'll be happening now.
It was the one to release after Air Ride, so it was quite the time for Kirby.
Oh, there's even a Metroidvania map. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Okay, and then for questions. First from the I Watch the Entire Orblood Super Replay group from Lance Howard. I wish they would bring back the ability to combine power-ups. What was your favorite combo?
Hey, thank you, Lance. Thank you, Lance.
A lot. So, cool. You probably already heard it. And from Curtis G. Willard. Love that game. I rented a bunch from Blockbuster as well. Played not too long ago, and it's still fun. I made that comment earlier that I asked you guys about the dynamite. From Ben Hughes. So one ability I found on my own was this. If you have the combo that lets you use dynamite, the explosion will kill you and take up a good portion of the screen. If you hold down, Kirby will put on a hard hat and will be protected from the blast.
I did not know that.
I didn't either, but I've seen it in the speedrun. He puts on a little yellow hard hat, and he's safe.
It's so cute.
You'll like it, Kyle.
Fantastic.
That's adorable.
Oh, look it up if you can. Like, I mean, speedrun. I always call it speedrun, but yeah, you put a little hard hat.
I'll play it again. Like, I'm gonna play it again, and I'm gonna do that. Like that. Oh my god, that's adorable.
It is cute. And from Lila Page. The only reason I haven't seen the true final boss because of that one stupid star that requires you to bring some stone or spike power halfway through the level, and I could never do it. Still the best Kirby game I played. I mean, some of these would have been hard if I wasn't save stating. I would have probably lost my ability, because there's a couple that are not in the level you need them for, so I get it.
You know, I keep thinking I'm not a patient person. I know I am pretty patient for games.
You are.
But I'm always like, I always think there's going to be that breaking point, and then I hear someone else's breaking point, and I'm like, oh, that wasn't so bad for me, I guess. It was annoying, but I got it.
It just varies on people. Like, certain things can be really hard for somebody, and then it's easy. I mean, and it doesn't even mean like, oh, this person's better at games. There's just certain things that just will mess with different people in gaming. Like,
I mean, I'll occasionally play a game I dislike if the gameplay feels good. So I guess yeah.
I mean,
yeah, same.
I'll play a game I dislike if I told people I would do it. Does that count?
Yes. Well, yes.
Oh that's a whole different thing.
Shout out to Fate Extra on PSP.
Which game?
Fate Extra on PSP.
What is that?
It's a RPG that's kind of Persona-like, based on the Fate Stay Night series. I did not like a lot of the things it did, but the dungeon gameplay was good.
Okay.
So I would just, play it while surfing the internet usually.
Oh, hey, there's nothing wrong with playing a game on multitasking. That's how I play most games. This one, a little bit. I was able to play without the sound, just kind of play it and not have to give a whole lot of attention. But
no, Mike, you don't understand. The songs are amazing.
I heard
the best Nintendo songs ever.
You know,
you need to play with headphones, Mike. Come on.
Can't remember what I did for this game.
I'm joking. I'm completely joking.
I beat this game 2 weeks ago. I really don't remember. And I spent 60 hours being a cowboy, so I don't really remember a whole lot of Kirby.
There's some good tracks, but yeah, I totally pictured you would be able to have headphones on for this. It's fine.
Sometimes. It was on Steam Deck, so I probably would have sometimes, because I tend to play Steam Deck with headphones in, so I don't disturb other people and I can hear it. I do not like disturbing other people with sound. That just is like, it can just even be like, it's just my wife and she'll watch TV or something. I just don't like it. I'd rather have, I don't know. I'm weird about that, but.
No, that's not weird. I get it. I totally get it.
Headphones.
Valid.
All right. And then from Ricky Hannigan, he's like, joke's on you. I made a comment how I thought about Kirby 64 for the first time. He's like, I think about Kirby 64 all the time. It's the only Kirby game that you can combine ice plus electricity to turn into a fridge and spit out your own food. I never did that. Not to mention Darth Kirby with the double lightsabers. The fact that no other Kirby game has taken advantage of it is a damn shame. Forgotten Land upgrades was kind of similar, but nothing like being able to fly across the stage on a drill. Yeah, that's a good ability.
Very funny.
Kirby Fridge is like fucking the cutest thing ever. Like, come on, he's a fridge. Just a little fridge, and he opens the door and just.
Does the food hurt people then, or is it just to heal you?
No, I don't think you can hurt the enemies with the food.
Can't play the game very well then.
No, but it's still cute.
It is cute. It sounds cute, but
it also reminds me of like Chef Kirby, the Chef Kirby ability in some of the Kirby games where like he'll have the chef hat and then he'll bang the pots together like clank, 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 and then like all the enemies like get thrown into the pot and then he starts like cooking them, and like I love that Kirby's idea of cooking is just a giant pot with like I'm assuming it's hot water, and like he'll occasionally add some like salt and pepper, like his little like salt and pepper shakers. They'll occasionally like, add a little bit of like salt and pepper to the food, and like somehow doing just that makes like a million different types of like very different foods. Like it'll make like an ice cream cone and a hot dog and a sandwich. I'm like, I don't think that's how any of that works, but it's still cute.
You never know.
It's all fantasy.
All right. And then from Aaron Cooten, I always felt his movements were too slow. Decent game all the same. From Jordan Wathen, a favorite of mine that I used to rent at Blockbuster all the time when I was little. It was the first Kirby game I played, so I was surprised when I eventually went back and played some of the older ones and realized you couldn't combine powers. That made the other ones feel a bit dull to me. Experimenting with all the combinations was so much fun. That sense of discovery with the first time you did a certain combo was amazing. I liked the little jumping minigame you did at the end of each level to get a power-up. Speaking of minigames, the multiplayer ones they had were really fun with friends. The last player standing one where you got rid of rows of platforms stood out to me. That being cool. I didn't mess with them, unfortunately.
Did everyone know about the multiplayer except for us?
Yes. Just me and you, Alyssa. From Nick Ludeman, still the only Kirby game I played in its entirety. I always thought the final boss was creepier than it should be for what felt like a pretty kid-friendly game.
Kid things can be creepy. Let kid things be creepy. They're meant.
I agree. I very much agree with that. Like, I'm gonna even though it sounds like I said earlier, like, oh, that shouldn't be a thing. Like, I actually extremely agree with your opinion, Dominic. Like,
I loved
very much
Goosebumps as a
agree.
kid. I like
A lot of
Scooby-Doo,
people
all that
did.
stuff.
Hell yeah, Scooby-Doo, Courage the Cowardly Dog. Like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, I hate
are you
Courage.
afraid?
Oh.
Are you afraid
love
of the dark?
Oh,
You know,
yes.
just all sorts of weird stuff like that.
Did they scare me sometimes? Yes, but that was fine. I was fine.
Oh yeah.
All right, and last one from this group, from Tyler McGrawder. I actually have thought about it recently because I was checking out the N64 games on Switch Online and played it for a couple hours. I'm happy this is accessible in some other way. That makes me happy.
Yeah, same.
So, and then from the official Laser Time community, from Winston Gambro, it was the first Kirby game I played, so I assume they all had the power-up gimmick, and they all should. I agree.
Nice. Hell yeah.
From Sam Harrison, the power combo is so good and every Kirby game should have it to some form. I do recall, though, there was a decent amount of collectibles, but they didn't seem to do anything. This and Klonoa are a great double feature in design and tone.
Interesting.
So that was a good game. And from John Barnes, absolutely great soundtrack. Fireworks is my favorite power combo.
Nice.
I don't know what that one is.
I think that's the Dynamite one, isn't it? Or the explosion one?
No, that's Fire and Bomb. I think that's the fireworks. That's the fireworks.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I don't know
It's
if I can do
literally
that
fireworks.
one. It doesn't sound familiar to me, so. And then from the last group, I got a lot. I won't be able to read all these, but the Nintendo 64 Super Group. I'm surprised how many people commented. From Ryan Minichi. Yeah, I'm still surprised. I replay this game once a year. Actually, currently have it in my N64. My dad gave it to me as a birthday present, and it's been my favorite game ever since.
Nice.
That's awesome. From Haley Deanne, I was and still am obsessed with that game.
Nice.
From Dennis Ford, fun game, great soundtrack. From Josh Murphy, best Kirby game.
Amazing.
Damn, okay.
Surprised me. Andrew McLaughlin, the best transformation of the fridge. Prove me wrong. From Alex Cervantes.
I respect that. I respect the hell out of that.
Fascinating.
Favorite Kerbal game, mostly because of the fusion powers. From Grave Hookway. I just played it for the first time 2 nights ago because it's part of the retro library on Switch. I think what made Kirby's Adventure so popular because it was one of the later titles on NES. It was about as advanced as those games got. I just didn't find the gameplay of Kirby 64 nearly as fun, and Mario 64 was crazy more advanced, especially since it came out 4 years earlier.
No, I get you. But
but they put a lot of money on that.
Yeah, it is kind of a different type of game, though, because, like, this is a 2.5D little, like, platformer, and Mario was, like, a full-blown, like, full 3D platformer.
Different, and Mario is their mascot of Nintendo.
Yeah, of course.
Especially at this time. Well,
this is closer to Yoshi's Story, which is more of a traditional 2D platformer.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I ever play that someday?
Yeah. It's
I'm
weird
curious
enough.
about it.
Yeah, it's fun. Like,
Talk about a game that could terrify children.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. From Adam Parker, nope, haven't played it, but I heard it's really short and kind of mid.
Hey!
I thought it was funny. He's one of the few people that said that. So, from Jonathan Pelosi, I still have my original copy that my grandmother gave me when I first got my N64, and I absolutely love this game.
Aww!
From Danica S, sometimes I wake up in the morning, and when I get prepared, I have music of this game in my head.
Nice!
From Brian Thompson, I love that game. I wish they were bringing back the power combos. It was an original idea. They should do it again, but experiment with different powers now.
Hell yeah!
Right, from Jesse S, I was literally thinking about this game on my way to work today. It's a contender for best Kirby game of all time, in my opinion, and it's a real shame it was the last of its kind. It's essentially Kirby's Dreamland 4. The music of this game honestly made everything feel so magical and fun. It's lighthearted and just a little mystical. I really just cannot wait for them to put the OST in Nintendo Music.
Oh yeah.
God, that's a thing.
It's pretty decent. I'm lucky enough to be in a family plan. I share one with a couple of friends of mine. They're really close friends of mine. Nintendo Music's pretty good for what it is. Like, I'm actually really
you gotta
impressed
pay
with
for it.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, Nintendo.
Wow.
It's pretty
Never
worth it.
ever
though.
stop
I think
being
some
awesome,
of the games
Nintendo.
have-
I mean,
I said I think it's pretty worth it. Like they have some like certain games have pretty solid soundtrack.
Oh, totally.
have you heard of Napster? Or Spotify. I mean, that's all. I mean, Spotify. I don't know. I'm not willing.
Spotify's video game music selection's kind of like not really that great, though.
There's other ways.
Honestly, I'd say go with like YouTube, but even like YouTube's been kind of subsidized, which sucks.
Okay, I don't listen to enough music, so I'm besides me making dumb jokes just now, I really have nothing in the race. I can't think of the right word. So
no, I get you.
I just never. I'm not a yes. Thank you. So I just have a thing against Nintendo at times where I'm like, you make me pay. Like,
I get you.
Can't you just put it there for free with commercials like Spotify does? Like,
I get you.
But it's glad that you enjoy it. That's what matters. Besides me being an old man whining about something I'm not even paying for. So, hey, you know. And from Alvin Henry, one of my favorite Kirby games, along with Kirby Superstar for the SNES and Kirby and the Amazing Mirror for the Game Boy Advance. From Ian Gibson, owned this, and honestly, besides the mini games, I hated it as a kid. My favorite Kirby game was Kirby Superstars, and after playing that, going into Kirby 64, I remember being so disappointed I spent $50 of my own money on it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know how I feel about paying $50 for this game.
Yeah, I'd be irritated too.
I don't mind paying $50.
Like I would deal with it, but I don't know.
I was happy with the $5 I think it cost to rent it at the time. Whatever Blockbuster was back in the early 2000s, I don't remember what it was anymore.
Fair enough.
It was a long time ago. Hey, speaking of Blockbuster, from Kiefer Gorina, my older brother and I waited weeks to rent this from Blockbuster. In the meantime, renting random garbage like Superman 64. When that person finally returned it, we quickly snatched it up. Kirby 64 is awesome. Great game, if a little simple and straightforward. Definitely not my favorite, but it has a very cozy vibe. And I wish more games in the series let you combine powers together. Yeah. I'm going to read one more, then, yeah. But thank you. I mean, sorry I didn't get to your comments if you guys listen to this. Trying. From Ray Ray. As a teen whose first console was the N64, it was fun. I mostly played Kirby's Dream Land on my friends' and family's Game Boy growing up, so I was just glad they made one for the console so I could play Kirby.
Yay, that's awesome.
That is. Right, and then before we go to our rankings, I want to give away a code. What is the next code? I don't know. Let's find out. Your next Steam code is for Citizen Sleeper.
Oh.
I cannot tell you what this is because I do not know. But the code is WETVWM88EN96GZ. That is your Steam code for Citizen Sleeper.
Good luck.
There you go.
Good luck to whoever redeems it.
Oh, somebody gets, people get them. I've had people message me about them. Like, I know people get them, but so I buy a lot of Steam bundles and I get a lot of codes and I don't know what to do with them. So I just give them away in every regular episode of this podcast.
Hey, valid. So,
and I do keep the pictures usually for a week or two, or I keep them for a little bit. So if you're listening to this and like something doesn't work, you can hit me up. I usually have the image because that has happened to one of the listeners. But all right, let's go to Shelf Stacker Box. And Kyle, why don't you lead us in?
Okay, I'm going to stay shelf. Easily on the shelf for me with this game. I love it, even with its kind of quirks and like odd things and like parts that just, may seem a little sloggy to others. I really love this game. The graphics are really, really adorable and super charming and look great, especially for N64. And I think the soundtrack's great too. I think this game's super charming as hell and still really fun. This is easily on the shelf for me.
All right. And Dominic.
I think I'm going to put this one in the box. I don't know if I'm going to return to it. It's all right. I had fun with it. But I guess, maybe at like the top of like when you just open the box, it's like one of the first things you see. Maybe we'll put it there.
Okay. And Alyssa.
Definitely box for me, unfortunately. I don't know. I just enjoy the other Kirby games a lot better than this one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go last. I'm going to put it in the stack. I had fun with it.
Are you going to go back and play the multiplayer games, though?
Of course not. I'm not even going to re-download this on my Steam Deck. It's done. Hey, I got to keep... My schedule doesn't let me go back.
You have a Switch. You can download it for free, probably.
I have Switch Online, but is it the regular or the premium?
Probably the premium.
I don't have the premium.
And
I'm not willing to pay for the premium because I don't give a shit.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's not... I mean, I think it's awesome. I'm happy it exists, and I'm happy it's there for the people, but considering, like, I pay for it, like, whatever the year fee is, whatever, but I don't really type of thing. Once in a great while, if we play a game for the show and it's on there, I might do it just for rewind, but it's really just, like, I have the Steam Deck. Mm-hmm. So, I don't... But I pay for it just to be... just to support them, and just to be like, hey, since I am pirating your games, I'll at least pay for the feature that lets me not pirate them. But
sure.
I mean, if it's not there, I'm gonna and I want to play a game from 30 years ago. I'm not gonna be like, well, I'm gonna go direct down a copy. Like, no, not gonna happen.
Not everyone's me.
I mean, let's check out. I'm curious. How much is this game on eBay? That'll be our last thing.
Kirby 64.
Yeah, $50. That is too. No. $200 if you want it resealed. Wow, not even, it's resealed. My God, people.
I'm pretty sure I paid closer to 30 or 40 for this.
Yeah, that's
$50 for it.
That just seems, better than 220. Buy it now.
Oh, totally.
Box.
Yeah, same.
I'd rather buy a prototype at that price.
Yeah, same.
I'll stick with.
I'm fine with 50. Even like nothing above 50 though. Especially since this is a retro game. Like, nah, come on.
I won't. Yeah, there's a reason I don't collect retro games. I can't. The prices are ridiculous.
Yeah, I fell out of love with the whole, like, everything about collecting stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, I used to love the thrill of the hunt, but now I don't know. I grew out of it.
Once COVID hit and all the prices just like skyrocketed with things, that's when I got the fuck out.
Yeah.
Plus, I just don't really have the room for a lot of that stuff, and like the dream is over, and I'm fine with it.
That's fair. It gets, when you have to move too, it gets really annoying.
Yeah.
Like, I moved cross state with my video game collection a few times, and I mean, I had nothing near what I have now, and it was annoying. Yeah, it would not be fun. So
totally.
I'm digital now completely.
Yeah.
But, all right, we should enter what we're talking about next week. Next week, you get to hear me be a cowboy. We're talking about Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
It's a game, all right. So you will hear us talk about that next week. And then we just go to plugs. And Dominic, where can people find you at?
I'm on Dissident Waves podcast. You can find me on YouTube. I am on Blue Sky now at DACICHOCKI.bsky.social if you care about that sort of thing. I don't post much yet, but I'm there.
All right. And Kyle.
You can find me on Blue Sky at chibufo.bsky.social. You can find me in my random musings there, whether I talk about old retro video games, cute things in retro video games, horror, anime, movies, all sorts of that stuff. Life in general. And you can find me on my very own podcast at the Unidentified Flying Obsession Podcast. Once again, that's the Unidentified Flying Obsession Podcast, or the UFO Podcast. You can find that wherever you get your podcasts.
All right. And if you enjoyed this episode, you can hear a couple of other, not many, but Kirby episodes will be in the show notes. So definitely go check those out. If you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon. Little Dog vote in our Patreon polls. We have 1 to 2 a month. Lately, 2 a month. I've been trying. As long as I can stay caught up, there'll be 2. So check that out. If you want to be on the show, if you want to suggest things for the show, if you want to lurk, we have a Discord. It's free. We're always having new people join our Discord. That's where I ask for people to join us. So definitely go check that out.
Alyssa, do you have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, you could do my Instagram. My Instagram is Alyssa Billy on Instagram. I do like perler bead art. Sometimes I do things related to the games that we're doing on the podcast. So I'll have to post some Kirby creations in honor for this one.
That's really cool.
Nice.
Right. And want to give a shout out to my awesome intro and outro courtesy of Helena at Hell Hasher. You can follow her on TikTok and Instagram, and check out A Gamer Looks at 40 with Bill Tucker. And also check out absolutely the best podcast of Work in Progress. You talk about the MCU movies and MCU adjacent movies. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Thread, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only. I think it's everything I need to say. So we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.